ladies and gentlemen, it's Tony Wolf again. After watching another great show of NWA Powerrr on YouTube, the show started out good. They were trying to talk to Tim Storm, and Joe Galli calls him out, and out comes... Who the hell came out? Oh, Eddie Kingston. And so Eddie was out there trying to set up a match between him and Homicide and the Dawsons. Didn't work out. Other people came out. Different things happened. Typical what you expect in a studio wrestling show. It looks confusing, but it's not. Solid show. And the opening match was Marty Bell versus Crystal Rose. Marty Bell I've seen over the several years now. She was out of Cleveland for a while and then was down at Impact Wrestling. Has been traveling the world doing professional wrestling. And you can see it in her skills and the way she puts everything together. Crystal Rose, on the other hand, it seemed like every time she got down or got knocked down, she didn't sell. She was just bumping feet. And that is not the way to be a quality women's wrestler. In the end, Marty Bell won, and it was a good, solid match. They had Caleb Konley from North Carolina in a match with, what was his name? A Canadian kid. Never heard of him. Daniel Parker, I think was his name. And it was a good match. Good American versus Canadian story. You could tell Parker was a little green in the way he done things, but it was a solid match. Then they did some impromptu commercials that the products could have been completely taken out and put another match in my opinion. That was stuff that the comedy that didn't need to be there. If you're going to promote stuff like the 70th anniversary, if you're going to promote the 10 Pounds of Gold series, if you're going to promote your merchandise, great. But don't put stupid stuff introducing a new character that will end up being Josephus's manager at some point when everybody knows that's followed the NWA for the last 5 years that Josephus has a spiritual advisor. So that was my one complaint about the show, was the spiritual advisor bit. Great, solid matches all the way through. They finally did get an interview with Tim Storm, and the Mama Storm chant got happening, which I can understand. Everybody that knows Tim Storm knows that he is family-oriented, and that at 53 years old, and his mother still being alive and being a part of his life, that it's important to get his mother over, and the fans ate it up. Every time Mama Storm was brought up, it brought him up. Every time you saw a smile on his face was because of that. And that's a good, solid way to build a baby face on a new show. There are people that don't know Tim Storm. They've never seen him work. And after the main event, and after a few weeks ago when he wrestled Nick Aldis, this was another great match of a seasoned veteran who could be a great manager. He could go out there and he could be a babyface, he could be a heel manager. And you just never know where they're going to take Tim Storm in the future. And of course, the tag team match with Eli Drake and Tim Storm versus the Dawson brothers. It felt like watching the Road Warriors versus Steamboat and Youngblood, because it was true wrestlers versus brawlers. And it made the stories perfect. You saw Eli Drake, the young guy who's got a lot of experience, a lot of potential out there, getting the pop, getting the exposure, getting the rub, as they would say. And then when they needed the powerhouse, they brought Storm in. He did his thing. Dawson's win But they're setting up for the tag match between the Dawsons and Homicide and Eddie Kingston somewhere down the road. So Dawsons end up doing their thing on a beatdown Storm. And to show you what kind of a promotion this is truly going to be, they had Nick Aldis come out to check on Storm as the champion. Aldis is not a heel or a face. He is what people refer to as a businessman wrestler. He doesn't care if he just beat the guy 2 weeks ago. He's going to give respect to those who earn it. This goes out to Dave Lagana, Billy Corgan, everybody else. I said it last time on my last video, and I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it every time. You guys are doing what needs to be done. That next set of tapings, I know from December the 14th till December the 16th, you've got your pay-per-view, Into the Fire, live on Fight TV. You've got your 2 TV tapings, 2 days of TV tapings, and you are proving to the wrestling world that there is still a product that the fans want. Viewership is going up. The fans are getting into it. There's talk on the internet. Everywhere you look, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, you're seeing things about the NWA and NWA Powerrr. So keep up the good work, gentlemen. And to the crew of NWA Powerrr, doing a great job, guys. Now, just a little straight up for this one. Jim Cornette, you still got it. I don't care how old you friggin' are. You still got it, and you'll have it till the day you die. Remember, tradition rules, and the NWA's forever, baby.